your thread and needle, a large needle or a matchstick, and a button. If you're sewing a button onto a garment, you should place something in between the fabric and the button so that you have room for that second layer of fabric to button together so it doesn't pucker. So I like to use a large needle or sometimes a matchstick. Put your button, we need to thread the needle and tie the knot on the end of the thread. I bring the two ends together and tie a double knot so that I have a large knot at the end that will be strong and won't pull through the fabric. So you have a large knot, cut the end so you have short tails on it. Start with your needle on the back side of your fabric where you want the button to go. Pull through. Place your button then on your needle so it goes down onto the thread. Position it where you want it on your garment, and you can start to sew. Go up and down through the same two set of buttonholes. 3 to 4 times depending on how much wear and tear that button is going to get. So there's 2. This is my last one. Now when I come up on the other side, this time I'm going to come up on the second set of holes. If you have a button with only 2 holes, I would do 4 or 5 stitches to make sure that it is on there good and tight. I'm going to come up on this side and do 3 even stitches on this side. And then we have to make the shaft. To make the shaft, you pull your matchstick or needle out of your fabric, come up through the bottom of your fabric, and circle around your stitching underneath the button 3 or 4 times to encase the thread in between the fabric and the button. This is going to lift the button up off the fabric so you have room for your fabric to fit underneath. Then you go down through your fabric, come out on the back side, take a small loop of fabric to tie your knot, and before your loops disappear, put your needle through the loops and pull tight, and that will cause a knot. And I usually do this twice in the same spot. And then cut off my extra thread. And now you have a button sewn on your fabric with a shaft, room for a piece of fabric to fit underneath.